Hi everyone, welcome back to the Raven Oracle with Monique. This is your reading for the week of the 26th of May to the 1st of June. So we have reached the end of the month, and that is quite crazy, I think. Okay, I hope you've had a really amazing, productive month. If not, and you're still facing some things that you find challenging, just hang in there. I really feel like Spirit is bringing about a major shift and change in the way you think about yourself, especially not so much about your world and your environment, but about you specifically. And it has for the last 2 weeks kind of been the theme of my readings. If you feel like my energy and this video resonates with you, please consider subscribing. I'd so appreciate it. Smash your notification bell and you can get these every week. And I also do timeless readings, guys. Okay, so catch that. I've got playlists, and I'll pop it up here at the end of the video here next to me. Okay, so let's see if Spirit is going to continue with this whole theme of paying attention to yourself, taking care of yourself, looking after yourself, making sure that you see yourself as the most important person, just like the universe sees you as the most important person on the planet, because that is the kind of honoring and respect that you should be giving yourself 24/7, every second of every day. That's how you should be seeing yourself. Okay, so if I have gone off on a tangent, let's see why. All right, so the first card I'm going to draw for you is your current energy, and I'm using the Star Tarot deck, which is beautiful art. And we have the World. This is a magnificent way to start a reading. Okay, so yes, I've had the World quite a few times in my readings over my timeless readings, my shorts. It's really popped up quite a lot. And what I'm getting from these cards, and there are also other cards where you're talking about stepping through into a new reality, creating a new reality for yourself, and then taking advantage of it and stepping through into it and gaining, growing, up leveling into something else, into something better. Seeing your life from a different perspective. Things around you have changed. Maybe some of you have even noticed that things around you are not quite the same as they usually are, and you're getting this strange sense, this feeling, your intuition is saying things aren't like the way they used to be, but in a good way. Okay, so I'm not talking about in the negative sense whatsoever, but I am definitely getting, if this is the energy, then it's like you're on the cusp of something that is just starting again, something that is a brand new cycle, but a new cycle with a major up leveling. So I really want you to focus on that. Focus on this up leveling. What can it be? Even if you feel you're not quite there yet, but you're approaching the threshold, as it were, to step through this. And I love this artwork of this deck, because there's always like trees and nature. It's all about nature and animals. And I love this. It's like she's sitting in the tree of life, and she's like in this portal, and she's about to step through into a brand new world that's just going to bring her so much joy and abundance. And this is what I feel for you. This is what I feel Spirit is telling you at this time, that if you haven't begun the new journey yet, you are about to. So you're like right there. All right, and you can see all the butterflies. Turtles are representing the water element, so it's flow, it's cleansing, it's healing, it's restoration, it's rebirth. Butterflies always speak about freedom and transformation, so hold on to that. It is happening, even if things don't feel like it right now. Or maybe you're starting to just get those little hints, like I said, that something is changing and shifting. Hold on to that. Don't think it's your imagination. It's not. Okay, so this card is something that's in the challenging position right now, something that you are resisting or feel, Spirit is trying to get your message through to you, to tell you to pay attention to it. And it's quite an interesting card for this position. It's the Ace of Cups. Aces are always talking about starting again. So this is it's at the beginning of a new cycle. So perhaps this resistance, some of you are resisting this change. You're resisting the leveling. You are resisting stepping through into an environment or world or new life circumstances. Maybe you're doing a major life overhaul, okay, and you stepping out of your comfort zone to such a degree that you're starting to feel doubt and fear. That is absolutely normal. Whenever you guys, you know, do something new, try something new, go after something that you've never even thought of before to go after, pursuing a relationship that really scares you, you stepping out of that comfy place. And remember, change and progression and growth and expansion, you have to step out of your comfort zone. You can't stay where you are. You can't be stuck. You can't use fear and doubt as an excuse. What's that phrase? Feel the fear and do it anyway. I love that, because it's like just, and from that book, I can't remember right now who wrote it, jump and the net will appear. You know, it's that fool energy. You know, the fool is also right at the beginning of a journey, 0 in the major arcana, and the fool is about to leap off a cliff, completely trusting that everything is going to be taken care of, that the net is going to be there, that he's protected, all his resources are going to be available to him. Everything is just going to fall into place. He's got that innocence and that total trust in the divine. And that is what Spirit is trying to get you to become aware of. You are surrounded, you are protected by your angel, spirits, guides, divine, whoever that is for you, what that represents for you in your belief system. But that energy, that power is around you. It is supporting you. It is guiding you through into this new process. But some of you are resisting taking that first step on the new journey, on the, you know, stepping through, you know, the portal, the brand new, and stepping into a new reality. You're resisting that. But look at all the promise of this infilling, this healing, this restoration, the blessings that are flowing, this beautiful lotus flower that's just blooming, you know, telling you that you are supported by the divine. Okay, keep that. It just popped into my head, so I just say what comes to me. Okay, I kind of get that image of your crown chakra. You know, when I do a meditation on opening my chakras, I imagine them as lotus flowers, and that they twist and open. You know, so that's how I imagine my energy centers opening, like the lotus flower, just opening. And I kind of see that in this picture, just because it's there, that you need to really make sure that your crown chakra is like that flower that's open, because your essence, your power, your energy resides within, and it's got to have an open flow of communication between you and the divine. Okay, you've got to have all those chakras, those energy centers open. So some of you maybe go for a Reiki session, go for an energy healing session, or just energy work. Do some energy work that is just going to open all your energy centers so that you can receive, because the aces are about receiving divine help, receiving what is being offered to you. So this is what you're resisting at the moment. Everything I've just said, you're resisting. All right, so pay attention to what is going on. Ask yourself, what areas in my life am I resisting? Why do I feel fear and doubt pursuing that, going after that? You know, what is it that's keeping me from being blessed? I mean, look at this rainbow. It's just beautiful. Rainbow, the dove, freedom, peace, tranquility, love. That's what you're after. And that's kind of what you're keeping yourself from by not taking that, grabbing hold of your faith and just going for it. Okay, because this is promised to you. Up-leveling, transformation. It's waiting for you. All right, so the next card is like an outcome card, or where you are headed. All right. Death. Ooh. Okay, not dead. Okay, so I love the death card. And the reason why, that's why I love the artwork in this card. I mean, look at that phoenix. So that phoenix is just blazing. You should know the mythology of the phoenix. If you don't, the cycle, the phoenix it's a beautiful symbol of death and rebirth, the cycles of life. Okay, that is why it's in this death card. So something is needing to die, to end, because it's the death is the complete opposite of this. This is a complete rebirth, being born again. So in the Rider-Waite deck, she's completely naked. And I think this figure, she's naked. Okay, which means she has completely discarded everything in her life that is going to hold her back from stepping into a new reality and being reborn. And this is what this card is speaking about. This is what is waiting for you. Rebirth, renewal. Sorry, I was on the whole myth of the phoenix. For those of you who might not be aware, a phoenix is born from the ashes, okay, comes to life, blazes in all its full glory, and when it's completed its task and its purpose, it dies and returns to the ashes, and then it gets reborn again. So when it's needed, or when, you know, when it has a new purpose, a new goal, something to do, you know, something to achieve. But each time it's fire, it's glory, it's rebirth fire, that energy, that fire. This is what is burning inside you, guys. It's burning inside you. It wants to be born. It wants to explode out of you. But some of you are resisting it. Okay, and there's no reason to, because look at all this beautiful promise, this beautiful cup and blessings and healing and everything I said. All right, I'm not going to repeat myself. So, death. Something needs to pass. Something needs to be cut off, let go of, whatever that means for you. You know, in this, while you're watching this reading, what you need to let go of. You know intuitively. And guys, just remember, every time you're watching my videos, okay, keep your heart, your intuition open. Just keep that channel open, because you're also going to be receiving messages from Spirit while you're listening to me. And it might be something slightly different to what I'm saying, but it has awakened in you. Something has come to life, an awareness, an aha. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Okay, so pay attention to your intuition right now. Something needs to die in order for something new to be born. That's the cycle of life. That is what life and living is all about. So what is that for you? You are the only one who can answer this question. But the promise, I mean, look at this beautiful phoenix. You are power, light, fire, creation energy, creation power. You can create anything in your life. You can give birth to anything in your life, because that is who you are. That is innately who you are as a human being. You are spirit and you are a human being. Together you work to create your life, to bring about new things, to bring about change. All right. So this is what you're heading towards, and this is the promise for you. Okay, but remember, there are two sides. Something must die in order for something to be born. All right. Okay, I'm just going to draw like a final closing for the tarot, something to bring it all together. 5 of Swords. So 5s are always about being at a crossroads. Okay, decision-making time, guys. The 5s, Swords. So we're dealing with your thinking. It's also an air sign. Remember, I was talking about the butterflies and the dove, and you know, there's also a butterfly in the death card, and the phoenix. It's all got to do with freedom and transformation and setting yourself free. And the fives are, it's got a little bit of that conflict energy, a little bit abrasive, a little bit stuck, okay? But it's telling you that you're at this crossroads right now, and you've got to use that brilliant mind of yours to make a decision and choose which direction you want to go in. Are you going to retreat back to what is lying here in the death? Okay, what you should be letting go? Are you going to stay there, stuck there? Or are you going to rise like the phoenix? Are you going to use this brilliant brain of yours and make a decision that is going to lead to blessings, healing, transformation, and stepping through into a brand new reality? Okay, so that is the choice you have. I feel with this is that Spirit is saying you have a choice. The choice is always yours anyway, guys, at the end of the day. You are the boss of your life. You are the one that makes the decisions. But what are you going to choose? Are you going to choose an up-leveling, or are you going to choose to stay where you are? Are you going to allow doubt and fear to keep you grounded, to keep you holding on to the past? And the past can literally be yesterday. Okay, is there something that happened yesterday that you just need to let go of? You need to cut that energy cord, that energy that you're attached to. You need to ask Archangel Michael, imagine him with his big sword, just severing that energy cord in your meditation, okay, and asking him to sever it so that you remove yourself from it completely. Or are you going to hold on to it? Because there's that hesitation. You're still stuck in the crossroads. And it's got to do with your thinking, because if this card pops up, it's got to do with your thinking, the swords. Okay, you are trapped, you're trapping yourself, you're keeping yourself from moving forward and progressing because of what's going on in your mind. Okay, it's not really your heart. Your heart knows what it wants, and it wants to go after what it wants. Okay, so the decision is yours. All right, I'm going to leave the tarot there. I'm going to draw a card for you from the Mystical Wisdom deck and just see if there's an added, oops. Okay, I'm not going to take pop-outs, and there were 2 there anyway. Okay, and let's have a look. Right. Right, sensuality, express your sensuality. It could be that you just need to reconnect to your inner being. That's what I'm getting from this card. You need to reconnect to your energy, your intuition, your inner feeling. That's what I get from sensuality. It's that feeling good and strong and powerful from the inside, not the external senses, okay, like touch. And although, you know, if you need that bubble bath, that hour-long bubble bath with candles, that's what you need to do. Because it could be right there in that bubble bath that you have this wonderful epiphany, transformation, understanding, aha moment, because you're in isolation, you've removed yourself from the craziness of life, you're paying attention to the messages that are coming up from your intuition, you're opening up your energy centers. So I think it's more an energetic sensuality that this card is trying to encourage you to feel from within, okay, to reconnect, because that is going to give you the courage to step through into this new reality and transform your life. That's also what I feel Spirit is trying to, you know, bring home to you, is that you have this major transformation. There are also quite a few hearts. Okay, there's a heart in the middle of the Ace of Cups, but there's also a heart here in the 5. Okay, but this heart is being pierced by thoughts. Can you see? I'll try remember to bring it up again. Okay, so your heart is being pierced through by your thinking. So you're not feeling, you're not getting your intuition going. You're not making your decisions or thinking from your intuition. You're allowing your thoughts and your programming and your fear, like fear and doubt. It comes from your ego. Okay, so you need to quiet that ego. Okay, you need to stop your thoughts from influencing your heart space and your chakras. All right, because when you stop that energy, okay, you're going to find the courage to do what you need to do. Okay, I'm going to draw from the Psychic Reading deck for you. I have pre-shuffled all these cards. I'm just giving them another quick shuffle. All right, last card for you. Hearts. Oh my goodness. I was just talking about hearts. Don't you like it when Spirit just confirms everything? So, but you can see this heart here at the top is broken. So, we return to the 5 of Swords. What are you thinking? What are you allowing in your thinking that is breaking your heart, metaphorically speaking? What is causing you to doubt and fear, but even doubt yourself? Be fearful of yourself. What is stopping you from following your heart, from following your dreams? Sorry if you can hear any noise. My cat is trying to get into the room. Oh, okay, so following your heart and your dreams. Look how dreamy she is. She's reaching for this beautiful heart in the sky, and she's got her back to, and she's ignoring the broken heart. She's stepping away from it. She's moving towards the light. She wants to set herself free. This is the energy that you need to embody. Okay, and you need to leave this, let go of this 5 of Swords. All right, I'm going to leave it there, guys. This is a very powerful reading, very direct reading. I hope this resonated for you. Let me know in the comments. Okay, please don't forget to like, share, comment. Smash that subscribe button right now before you go anywhere. And please smash your like button. It just helps YouTube suggest me more. And I will see you either in a timeless reading or your next weekly reading. Okay, have a fantastic week. Bye.